Hey guys, Barry here with Epic Cycles. In this episode today, we will be unboxing and building the Kaabo Wolf King GT electric scooter. So we got the box here. You just got it fresh, delivered to you, and you're gonna wanna unbox it. These are some of the tools, basic tools that we're gonna need. I got here a pair of scissors, a set of Allen keys, and as well as a pump to inflate the tires afterward. Make sure that they're pumped up here. So let's start off by cutting the packaging straps. Okay. And now we're going to want to open it, so I'm just going to use the blade of the scissors. Cut the packaging tape. Both sides. All right. So when we open the box, you're going to see on top the foam. It actually does come with a set of Allen keys, so if you don't own a set of Allen keys already, you get complimentary set of Allen keys that will help you put this together. We as well have our manual, user manual, which will go through all your main functionalities, and as well different settings for the Wolf King GT and display settings as well. So I'll just put this on the side for now. And here are your axle nut covers, which when you're done with the assembly, we're going to cover the axle nuts with these axle nut covers. So keep this on the side for a little bit later. And as well, inside this package, you have your kickstand, very heavy duty kickstand. As you can see, it's a serious kickstand that's spring loaded. And as well in here, be careful not to lose, but you have your hardware as well for that kickstand. So we're going to put this here on the side as well for a little bit later on. Okay, here are your two power cables for your chargers. Let's remove the foam. Okay, and then the first thing you're going to see in the box is your charger sitting on top. You actually have two chargers. Here's the second charger here, so that goes together obviously with your charging cables. Now the scooter, the good news is that it is pretty much 90% assembled, so it's not a very big assembly job. Just a couple basic things that we got to attach, which we will demonstrate in this video. So first thing we're going to want to do is remove the scooter out of the box. It is heavy, so you might want a second set of hands for this, or if you don't have a second set of hands, maybe the easiest thing is to put the box over and we can just drag her out. Okay, I got this out, and now we're going to flip her back over. Be careful not to damage that charger that's inside there. Okay, and remove the packaging slowly but surely. Okay, unraveled that. I'll remove the second charger. Now we're getting some sunlight coming in here from the window, so I'm going to just move this out here because it's otherwise you're not going to see too well. So let's go into the warehouse a little bit. I'll do it here where there'll be a little bit less sun interference and we'll be able to see better what we're doing. So we're just going to continue here Okay, we'll start off by erecting the scooter so that it's easier for us to build. All right, so first we're gonna fold your scooter. So you're gonna wanna push it up. Now you can see underneath, there's a mechanism here. You see where the bolt is? It goes by bolt action. So we're gonna wanna get that in. So once you get this bolt through, hold on. You wanna get to a level, then once you see that there's some resistance, you simply push this lever, the folding lever, down. Now you felt that resistance, and then for extra security, you have your safety pin. So the safety pin goes in. Now, it comes with a chain here. This chain often falls off, so I like to remove it, but for this case, I'll leave it on. So we'll keep it in. So this extra safety pin will act as an extra security measure to make sure that your scooter doesn't unfold. Okay, so now we got it up, but it's not balancing because we don't have a kickstand yet. So we can install a kickstand first, or maybe elevate it on a box if you have it. In our case, we have a motorcycle or scooter stand, as we call it. So I'm gonna use that to elevate the scooter so we can work on it comfortably. Scooter stand. And I will get the scooter to just sit on top of this, just so we can get her standing somewhat. All right, there, it's perfect. So now we can work. So we're gonna continue with removing some packaging. Don't think we need scissors here. Let's see. Okay, here's our display. Cockpit. Now next, we're gonna wanna remove the bolts here on top of the stem to get our handlebar seated there. So I'm gonna bring my Allen key. All right. You're going to want to before you install your handlebars, you're going to want to make sure that your cables are straight and that they're separated right and left, not crisscrossed or anything like that. And when you put it on, you want to make sure that there's slack so that the right is on the right side and the left is on the left side. Then you know you've done it correctly. Okay? So now I'm just going to lightly reattach the handlebar stem. Gonna hand tight couple to get it started. I don't think I got that holder. Hold on. Oh, there we go. Now I caught it. So we're not gonna go too tight because we're gonna need to make some adjustments, but we want to get it on snug enough that it holds the bar from falling, and then we will make sure it's centered properly. Okay, now we'll take a look, make sure we got her centered and straight, and continue tightening once you find the right position. So once you got it kind of tight, what you want to do, but still loose enough that you can move it, is you're going to want to do the crisscross tightening power. So we're going to tighten this side, then move across. So the crisscross tightening, then we'll do this, But you know what? I went too fast because I tightened it while it was in a bad position. So I'm going to untighten it again quickly. Get it to the position I like. And then we're going to do the crisscross. All right, so here we still got it loose a little bit. So we're going to want to make sure that there is no gap in between it on either side. So we're going to start doing our crisscross tightening pattern. Yeah, so you take a look at the scooter on both ends just to make sure that there is minimal gap on both sides. Sometimes if you notice that there's a significant gap on one side versus the other, just do it again and go in the crisscross pattern to make sure that it's as flush as possible on both sides. All right, so after we got our handlebars installed, the next part you're going to want to install is the kickstand. So we got our two pieces of hardware and our kickstand here, and we will attach it right here. As you can see, it'll fit the holes just right. Okay, so to get the kickstand on, we only got 2 bolts here, 2 screws. So it's you're going to be using a number 4 Allen key wrench. So start off with the first one. Get it started, but not tighten all the way. So we can work on the second one, just enough to kind of hold her in place for us. There. And then I'm going to hand fit this second screw in. Okay. And then we're going to wrench her in. You can just cut that part out. All right, we're going to get this nice and tight. All right, so kickstand is now operational. Just going to check the brakes, make sure they're good. And now that's, as you can see, that's it. It's pretty much ready to go out of the box. So all we really had to do to unbox it was take her out, attach the handlebars properly, and attach the kickstand. Then we're just going to want to fire her up, make sure everything's working, make sure everything's tight, make sure your tires are properly inflated, and that she's ready to go. So I'm just going to power her up. All right, so she's alive. Okay, it's on single motor. I'm going to put her to dual motor. Yeah, we got both tires spinning. Now, I'd also like to mention that we are on level 5 and only doing a maximum of 24 kilometers per hour. A lot of these come set out of the factory at 25, so if you want to increase that speed, you can do so by going into the advanced settings, which I'll demonstrate quickly right now. So within the first 5 seconds of powering on the unit, you want to hold the M button, which takes you to the settings. We're going to go down to advanced setting, and password is currently set to 1500 for all 2022, 2023 models, and likely 2024. We'll see about that. Speed limitation is 22%, so we're going to increase that. Okay, we're going to do it manually. Let's get that up all the way to 100, where we should see much faster speeds. Okay. Now we're going to hold M to confirm our selection. Exit. Exit again. Now we're going to test this again. Oh, now let's get to level 2. Here's dual motor. There we go. Brakes are nice. Everything's good. Now the last thing you're going to want to do before you take her out is just make sure your tire pressure is proper. It feels proper. If you have a tire gauge, it's best to check with that. If you look at the tire, the max PSI is 50. You can go, I would say, anywhere, depending on the ride that you want to do, anywhere from 40 to 50. But, you know, I'd say like 45 to 50 is probably best. Keep it there, or even go 50. If you're going to do mostly street riding, then definitely go 50. The harder it is, the better the speed will be, the faster the ride will be, and the more range you'll get. Actually, when your tires are underinflated, the range decreases significantly, and it's just overall a lot better for the scooter. So let's check what we're at here. Yeah, so as you can see, we're well under 40. So we definitely want to inflate that. So it's a good thing that we checked. Although they felt hard by hand, it's not always the case, right? So it's important to do this exercise. So I'm going to get it right to 50. All right, we're at 50. So now it's properly inflated. Before they were underinflated a little bit. All right, we're going to get to the rear tire now. Check that as well. By the way, these tube extenders that we sell here for $12, they're amazing. They're super helpful, especially with scooters. Very hard to get a regular bicycle pump into a valve, but with these extenders, it's actually a breeze. So I would highly recommend them, especially with scooters. You always have to be checking your tire pressure and making sure that it's filled. This one right here as well is only 25, so very low. Like, again, remember when I checked it, I thought it was hard. It's not. So that's why this is a very important step. So let's pump her up and get her to 50 as well. What do we got here? About 45, 40, 45. There we go. 50. So that's proper. All right, so now that we have our handlebars installed well, we checked the motors, they're working clearly. Just maybe want to check the lights as the final step. So our lights are working. You can see it all around, as well as the rear brake lights working as well. I'd say, let's see the signals. Yeah, left signal's working, right signal's working. I'd say you got a built and ready to rock and roll Wolf King GT here. Guys, hope you enjoyed this video. If you found it helpful for you, please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like, and subscribe for more awesome content, all related to electric scooters, electric bikes. We try to cover it all. If you have any suggestions or recommendations, videos you'd like to see, please comment below, and we will certainly try to get to it, as we always do. Other than that, wishing you an epic day or night and a safe ride. Peace.